Hi everyone, my name is Duku, hosting with the beautiful
Chantal.
Welcome to Spill, where we unleash the drama. We spill the latest gist and the juicy stories, which hit all the right spots. From your favorite celebrities, we get it all right where you are. All you need to do is, subscribe, like, share, and comment on all our digital media platforms. Dance of Studios. Stay hooked and let's have fun together. Time to spill.
Yeah, the spill. So for starters, what's on table is Break the Chains album of the one known big size Bebe Cool. So this is a well-known celebrated artist in Uganda, actually one of the biggest artists in Uganda, who has been in the industry for over like 25 years.
Exactly.
And he has been, I won't say he's been silent, but when you're the big person, when you're the goat, you don't always have to prove yourself with all the every time giving us music. I mean, when you're a legend, you're a legend.
Yeah, it's the Gagamel boss,
Yes.
I mean.
Yeah. So we had two songs scrapped off. That was Motivation and Circumference, which were very good songs. Actually, for me, it was Circumference for me. And we won't forget, he held press conferences for these two songs. Was it one song? Okay.
Motivation, basically.
Basically, Motivation.
Yeah.
And we got to know what's coming. Like, we were given a hint on what's coming.
Yeah.
And for these two songs, they already have a video out prior to May 30th.
Yeah, he launches.
Yes, he launches the Break the Chains concert. And guess what? It comes with a listeners' party.
And many artists showed up.
Yes.
The likes of Juliana Kanyomozi,
Cindy,
Apas,
Azawi,
Chameleon.
And what I noticed about the people, okay, maybe they were given invitations. The artists that were there, the prominent ones.
Yeah, it was an exclusive kind of event, listening party. So it was, only those who got the invitations were welcomed.
Yeah. So I think this was very good. These are new things to us Ugandans.
Yeah.
Someone would bring an album, but without a listeners' party. It was the first.
He's a legend. That he sets the trends. Because what captured my attention on the listeners' party are the comments we received from the profound artists, the likes of Azawi. Remember Azawi back before the launch of the listening party? She was fierce on Bebe Cool's music. Remember, we were here and we discussed about that. But then, surprisingly, she had her words. She was like, Bebe Cool has sent trends, she has set up a new standard for them to copy. And then the music, the album is so inspiring. And many artists also went further and then they were trying, to give their reviews on the songs which outstood for them. So may I ask you, which song do you feel like, this is my song?
Zero Omission is my song on that album. I like the way the way it starts. I love it. And then Check.
Yeah, obviously I knew because apparently Slayers, the Slay Queens and the ladies, they are fond of Check because it embodies, women, women and money.
And he's
you
right.
Are tight, yes. So in Check, this is a collaboration between Joshua Baraka, our own Baraka.
Yeah.
A big shout out to you, Joshua Baraka. And then Bebe Cool. Check portrays slay queens basically, or a slave queen who is into a relationship, but she's targeting the paper.
Yes.
The paper and the money. And then if you ask me, for me, which outstood for me is Wait. There is Wait. I like that tune, though it's more like it sounds more like Nigerian. And this drives me to a question. Remember, the album was all about breaking the chains, selling music to a global stage. Do we does he have to sound like Nigerian in order to sell our music?
Yeah, that also triggered me. I was like, the whole album is almost having pidgin. Do that pidgin of Nigerians.
Yeah.
Okay, the album being full of English would not be a problem, but why pidgin?
But again, I feel like the audience is quite some audience, Bebe Cool's audience is left behind, being that the album, most of the, the album contains 16
songs.
16 good tracks. So I feel like some of the audience is left out, being it's in English. But again, remember the whole essence was, to promote it to an international stage. So obviously English needed to be.
What do you think about the album? Do you think it's taking this effort, this step Bebe Cool has taken? Do you see that it's taking the Ugandan music industry somewhere? Do you see some loopholes? What do you think about the album?
Basically, I feel like the album is inspiring. For example, Bebe Cool. We many fans were expecting him maybe to go in retirement and all that.
Yes.
But now he comes up with a new album, with a masterpiece.
He's showing us, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere. So I feel like the album is giving. But then on the, selling the Ugandan music, we need more than Bebe Cool. Yeah, we have seen artists like Joshua Baraka, we've seen artists like Elijah Shtaka, Azawi. But as we, the fans, we also need to do our part to listen more, share, and stream live so that we promote.
Something that most people aren't used to. It's hard for someone. Some people don't know that thing of going, taking their whole time listening, at Spotify, where taking time, I'm going to listen to the whole album. My question is, are really people ready to receive the music in bulk?
What I know, I can't say that every song is going to be a mega platinum hit, but I feel like most of them, they will last more than 3 months. Unlike other albums you've been, listening to, the likes of Bilanji Lanji, Eddie Kenzo, A-Pass, which lasts within their confined fan base. So this album is going to, break the chains like it intended to do. And I feel like he has done a great job. So a big shout out to you, Bebe Cool. That's, some great work. And what really outstood is the investment. He invested over 1 billion into production, leave alone, promotion.
Still there in production. I'm sorry to cut you off. Couldn't, the money Bebe Cool spent in doing, using, I was told, they were, on the album, there is motivation and circumference.
Yes.
And one of the, I don't know which song, but one of those videos was done in South Africa, is it? So why is Bebe Cool using these funds, to make other, foreign people rich with giving them such jobs, directors, producers, yet he can use that exact money to people in our own country, our own producers, our own directors.
I feel like
why is he choosing that?
I feel like that is called branding first and foremost. He's trying to do a new. I
mean, if you're, we are chasing this as selling, boo-boo. Buy Uganda, build Uganda.
But of course, you can't
do that music video right here in Uganda. Support your own people. If you think that the quality, if you think that the producers, the directors aren't doing that much good work you need, transport those people from there, bring them here. Let them show these people what they have to do. Actually, shoot the videos from here, Someone will say that, hey, that's Uganda. But you're
him trying
from South Africa, really?
Him trying to sell our music to a global scale, that's already a big move. And in order to do that, you need to do quality things, you understand, so that we compete on an international scene. I feel like he needed to get higher experts to do that. So we cannot, be competing on an international scene. Yet we use, some, I would call it raw kind of stuff. So going to our next spiel.
We had Stacia Mayanja's concert over the weekend?
Oh, Stacia. Yeah, the concert happened on the 7th at Serena. Who is Stacia Mayanja? Stacia Mayanja, she is a Ugandan actress and a musician at the same time. She started way back in the Eagles production. Later on, the Eagle production split it up, and then she went further with the Golden Band. And then she's commonly known for being in controversies with relationship and married married scandals. Rumors say Stacia she paid a bride price, and Bambi, she's a victim of scammers in love. Many men have come and they have scammed her. Yeah, we've known her for apparently in scandals with Maureen Nantume, Caro Nantongo. But then she's behind the songs like Alintwala. I don't know if you know that song. You are way too young to be knowing that. Then she sang also Abanswaliza. Then she's
the song I know was Equalizer.
Yeah, Equalizer, I'm certain.
That was a deal breaker for her.
Yeah.
Equalizer. That's the song I know.
So then people have been blaming her for doing witchcraft. It's alleged that she bewitched Karen Nantongo. It's alleged. So there have been into that scandals. And then the highlights of the show, what I liked about the show, that she performed, she was, that performance was electrifying. She had the energy, I was so happy to see our bootylicious, Stacia Mayanja shaking and, singing and dancing. Yeah, because back in the days, she used to be the, Gloria Boogie of our days.
True.
And then what I liked about the show is I witnessed a reconciliation. She reconciled with Maureen Nantume. They had not been talking for years. And Bambi, she was like, it was hurting her from the deepest of her heart.
And that's good that they reconciled.
Yeah, she was happy that they patched things up. Then we saw a reunion of the former Ego production. There was Mrs. Semakula, Geoffrey Lutaya, Maureen Nantume, and many others. So they checked hands and all that. So it was a good sellout. Yeah, and surprisingly, it was a successful show.
Yeah.
Serena was packed. People came in numbers. So it was a success. Well, to me, when I continue seeing shows like this, shows of the oldies being successful like this. I always want to ask those other artists out there, don't you see what's happening? Do you see the essence of making good music? I know, it lasts forever.
Yes. And it's not that the lady has given us any new hits, but to our surprise, such people are filling up all the venues. Yet they have no music, but we know they are good music. They made in the old days.
Yeah.
So I will always tell our artists, when you're releasing music, you're following trends, giving us bubblegum music, but your song is only going to last for 1 week on TikTok.
And what I like about
and you want to give us a concert like this in years to come. What I
like about a concert is that it was more like a wheel of time. She took us back in the past, people who were there, the millennials, the Gen Zs. She took us back so we could reflect. When we heard her singing those, songs, we were like, I was this age, I was doing this. So it was fun.
I was in which class?
Yes. So we kept on.
But I would still remember that song.
We kept on visiting the future as we come back to the present. So it was really a good sellout. And then, this drives me to a question: why is it that they say, old is gold?
Yeah.
Why is it that artists of the old generations, when they set up the concerts, the venues and are filled to capacity than the artists of nowadays? For example, apparently we saw this lady Kusasila. She had an event at Serena. it was filled. Then after Kusasila, we also had Ajat Sophia Nantongo.
Filled.
Yeah, it was filled. Why is it that the generations, the music, the artists of these generations, when they organize such events, they don't fill the numbers to capacity? Why is it? Should we think that the music is not, giving, or the dynamics are changing?
I think the music may be giving, but then when this is different, when we are talking about the oldies, these are people that have taken long without being in camera, without being in public.
Exactly.
On media.
Mhm.
So when a person like that comes out to say that they have a concert, we are all eager.
I know.
Most of the numbers are eager to see what's going to be there, what's there. I think that's why, and the good music, of course, and that's one of the reasons why they are filling up those. Then these other artists, I think some of them, I think we are used. We are used to some artists. Like we saw you last year, even this year. So we don't have any reason to be excited because you're having a concert. And some of the music you're giving,
I know. It's not giving, it's raw.
I think maybe because we've been used to them already, people get tired.
Yeah.
People want to, even preparation, by the way.
Yeah, they don't invest a lot.
Prior preparation is key.
It's key.
You have to host a concert when someone who's coming is coming to see something they have not been seeing before.
True. A big shout out to Stacia Mayanja.
Yeah.
The show was a success. She got the money. Ella, I'm very positive now. You're going to go and, do what you've been doing best, to wait, to pay your own diary.
Okay. As we spill, today we bring you Janelle Zamba.
Oh, okay.
So who's Janelle Zamba? To me, okay, Janelle Zamba, I would say that by that time,
hip hop king.
okay, the hip hop king.
Yeah.
The hip hop king.
Hey.
I've known him as, by the way, someone who introduced, I don't know, he introduced hip hop in Uganda. Okay, me, when you talk about hip hop, I think about Janelle Zamba.
Is in those
When you talk about the king of hip hop in Uganda, I think about Janelle Zamba. But Janelle Zamba, I mean, yeah, he was a hit maker in those days. But with time, in this industry, today we are talking about you, tomorrow you're not anywhere to be seen. So I think he was there. We supported him. People knew him, but his time elapsed.
Now he has come back.
Yeah. So he got married, went to the States, made a living like any other person. He's been out of music for some time.
He took a break.
Let's call it a break.
Because he has not been giving music, so we should
Let's call
consider
it a break. Or
break.
he has been giving other things priority.
Marriage.
Than music.
To start with.
Yeah. So he comes back to Uganda. And he's trying to be relevant. Because
apparently he has been into capturing attention.
Yes.
Because I got to know that he's even in Uganda during the comedy of Anne Kansibe. That's when she revealed that Janelle Zamba is going to attend. Then apart from that, I've been seeing her tweeting and all that. Even on the recent Namugongo pilgrim, he tweeted that he tweeted a tweet which left a conversation, a debate on the internet, that it was an injustice for Kabaka Mwanga back in the days. Yeah, something like that.
He's trying to come out to be relevant, but this industry today, by the way, it's not that easy. This thing, those old artists should know this, that right now it's not easy to break into the industry if you've been away from it for long.
Yeah,
though some of them
high.
Think talent, my
Name,
music, but this is not easy. When people forget you, they really forget you. We have new stars that are capturing us.
And the funny thing with fans, they go with whoever is there.
I tell you, you may think that you're big, but to us, you're nothing. So He 6 days later he made a tweet and he was like,
Mm.
the only issue here is that the order isn't right musically. First, Bobby. Second, he puts himself second, Janelle. Third, Chameleon. And fourth, Bebe Cool. To earn that spot, you must have a wedded wife, own a mansion, drop a catalog of 200 songs plus, have international appeal, fill stadiums in every district, name it. Do you think he's right?
He credits himself into being the second.
Yeah.
I can't even remember some of his songs when he even last made a hit song. I can't even remember. So
maybe you're not that.
I find it, confusing. Maybe he's trying to, target. He's trying to, to target something. Apparently, is planning to have a hip hop festival. Maybe it's called.
He also has a new song, by the way, called Wanja Ghana.
Yeah, that it's like something like in the hip hop. So that's the all, in the hip hop. I feel like he's trying to make himself relevant so that we get prepared. We are prepared for his festival whatsoever. However, the dates are not yet clear.
Yeah.
The dates are not yet so clear.
As we spill, we're going to talk about Sheba.
The return of the queen. I know you are a Shebaholic. Aren't you excited?
I can't be in the same sentence with Sheba.
Why?
Though I'm going to talk about her.
Spill, baby girl, spill.
So on the 22nd of August, Sheba Karungi is when we talk about who's the queen of music in Uganda, you can't miss talking about Sheba Karungi. So she's a well-known feminist who also we thought that she will never give birth. But last year,
apparently,
on her Neyanziza concert, we found out that she was pregnant. Who knew that our feminist would be also humbled by some gentleman out there?
Fear men.
Yes. So she takes off a break of close to 7 months. Well, in Canada. Yeah.
On her maternity leave.
Yeah, for her maternity leave. And Ugandans have been the Shebaholics. I won't say Ugandans, the Shebaholics. They are the ones who have been missing her. Like we miss, the industry is missing something. Sheba that. I personally, I did miss her.
But trust me, the music industry has not been the same ever since she went on that musical break.
What has changed?
Because we've not got anyone matching her energy. She's a queen. With or without a crown, Sheba is a
Ugandans,
queen.
You want someone to come here and defeat Sheba, someone who has spent over only 3 years in the industry to smash Sheba, who has been here for over 10 years.
So
we've been here with people who have been giving us music, other piece.
Queen Kama, welcome back. We can't wait to see what you're going to give us. And
no matter what are you expecting, she does not even have music.
And she has returned back, the body is in shape, strong and more beautiful than ever before. Have you seen her apparently? The body is in shape, she has that, waist-like kind of, wasp-like kind of waist.
The question is, will she be able to match the energy that the people, the stars we are having?
Which star are you talking about?
We have stars, brand new stars, young energy, new music.
So what should be our expectations on that show? Because remember, our last concert was the Neyaziza concert, whereby she revealed the baby bump, and we all were excited. Oh, our queen, she's pregnant, she's going to give birth, and I don't know. Should we expect that she's going to show us, Little Bat?
Well, we've already been seeing Little Bat on the internet.
As in live. And I can't wait to watch, the show is going to be at the Serena Hotel.
Questions are, is she coming back to resume with her old battles? her old Rangos. Because
Mm.
why in all months? Why is she choosing August? August, where our king herself is having a concert. Why August?
But
Is she triggering another battle? Does she want us to compare what concert? If she's bringing on that, then
no, still it could be the same month, but it's not on the same date. As in on the 22nd of August.
but
Cinderella
for
is
people who have
on
been
29th.
always having their own Rangos, that triggers something else for us.
But
The fans.
they also have different audiences, and they're all, they're all royalties. She is a king herself, she is a queen. Understand? But I feel like though our audiences might be left out, because remember, Serena is, a corporate kind of venue, and remember, Shebaolics, Bambi, Bamanyila, 30K, 20K.
I keep on telling you people here. Yes.
So I don't know if it was a good move.
Someone who's not going to sing live. Let me tell you. And some people disagree with me, but yes, there are the facts. People like Cindy, people who give live music. Live band is always expensive. Live music is always expensive. So if you're to tell people who listen to that kind of music, there are people who got that dime. So these people who are through with this chibakulo, the thing, they are always there at Freedom City. So I don't know, are they going to come?
I feel like she has both, like the audiences. She has, also the mature audience. So she has been, I feel like all along she has been catering for, the vibrant kind of audience, the youth, the teenagers. Now she wants also to cater for the mature audience, because there are mature people who enjoy Shiba.
Yeah.
My mother enjoys Shiba.
Yeah.
So maybe they might not go to Rugogo Cricket Oval, but she'll be comfortable to go to Serena. Yeah. But again, she's one of the artists who has numbers. When, she plans something, the show is a sellout. Because most of our previous concerts, the numbers have been more than 20,000, attendees. And then fans. And then Serena, knowing Serena, it fills to 1,500 people.
Okay.
So I feel like some people will be left out. The fans, some fans will be left out.
And one thing I think, though I've been talking other things about Shiba, but the good thing about her, one thing I think other artists should borrow, pick a leaf from her. Having, coming out and you have 1, 2 to 3 hit songs, you can have them, we can hype you. But that does not mean you have a fan base. A fan base is something. A fan base is those people that are going to be in your support, whether you're giving us music or you're not giving us music, that's your fan base. They are not willing to go.
Staunched fans.
But the moment you're into the industry and you're only going to be relevant when you only have hit songs, you don't have a fan base.
And speaking of relevance, I like the fact that even though she went on a musical break, she has managed to be relevant without being all over. At least she has been tweeting and all that. We've been, talking. People have been talking. I've been talking about Shiba.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what she has for us. I know it's going to be a mega show, because when she shows up, she delivers. So still on our next gist, let's spill. Bujingo saga.
So during last week, the one known Pastor Bujingo, he's a very known popular pastor in Uganda who has ministries at Canaan Land. His church is called Canaan Land. And
father of three,
and former husband to Teddy Bujingo. One person will say, why are you saying, someone who doesn't know Bujingo's stories will say, why are you saying former husband to Teddy Bujingo?
They are divorced.
Yeah, I will bring it to your notice that Pastor Bujingo, they haven't divorced yet, but separated. Yeah, separated with his first wife.
But
Teddy
then he
Bujingo
continued to marry another wife when he's not fully divorced.
Yeah, before Teddy Bujingo accepted that, divorce.
I find it confusing.
And legally, a man is not supposed to get into another relationship or into another marriage before divorce has been settled.
Finalized. And what kind of example is he, trying to show? Because he's a leader, he's a pastor.
Yeah, still to that, before the split, what sparks off the split? It's the pastor comes out. It's alleged that the pastor comes out to say, to tell the public that his loving wife is suffering with
blood clot.
Yeah, it's called bleeding.
Bleeding.
In Luganda, they call it echukulukuto.
Oh, that's sloppy. Who does that?
Yeah, I know.
A whole pastor?
A whole pastor, you come out, talk such. So it was really hurting by then. Me as a feminist.
Sorry.
Let's not laugh about this seriously.
Sorry.
Okay, seriously, as a feminist, I really feel bad. The lady was offended, and in picture, you are pastor.
But
who comes out to say such?
I feel like there are some things which are supposed to be private.
Yeah.
For example, if you've been, selling this thing called marriage with someone for some good years,
you've built a name, built a church,
and you have children, for God's sake, together
for all those years of marriage, and you come out, and I think there is no reason you're giving me that firm reason that will give me why you're doing this.
I feel like on that he lost it.
Yes.
Yeah, on that he lost it.
That's why I'm not sympathizing with him today when he comes out to say that he misses his children. He misses, the young Isaac, he misses his children. And he's like, he's alleging that the woman is showing his kids another father.
Another father.
I mean, if you're no longer interested in the lady, you even wanted a divorce from her, why should you be concerned that she's having someone else?
But our kids are mature, so I feel like this comes in as a result of maybe Susan not giving birth.
My question, yeah, true. When you speak that way, that's true. Because in all why is it now that they've spent time with Susan, no kids? Why is it now that he's coming to say that he misses his children? Wasn't he missing them when they had just separated?
So now who is having the custody of the children?
It's Teddy.
So apparently the children, if they are over 18 years, they can decide on who they want to stay with. And
to my information, the girls were very bitter.
I know.
They were very bitter with today, a mother is someone that is irreplaceable.
I know.
And to all the fathers there, I'm telling you this, never insult the mother of your children in the eyes of your children.
That was gross.
They won't forget that. Kids don't forget. They won't forget that. Because the first wife, let me tell you, the first wife has authority.
And then again, because I wonder, because Susan Makula, she was an employer. She was an
employee to Bujingo.
To Bujingo. She used to work for Bujingo. Obviously, she used to work for Teddy. So Nalia Mukama wa Kanana. But again, I feel like Bujingo, when he was marrying her, he had great expectations. Maybe she has failed to meet those expectations. So you wait, now it's the children. Don't be surprised when he's like, now I need my wife back. Yeah,
that's possible.
It's very possible because
when he said, in one of his services, he was like, he said it to himself, like, my wife Susan told me that, Pastor, people are criticizing me, people are all over me, I'm not able to give you a child. And he said that, but what I told my wife was, it's better for me. He was like, don't you see how good I look? He was being sarcastic. Don't you see how good I look? It's better to be in a marriage when you don't have children, but you're looking good, instead of being in a marriage where there are children and you're not looking good as I'm looking. So was he trying to insinuate that when he was in a relationship with Teddy, he was looking, he was not good?
I feel like he was consoling himself.
What I wanted, and he added on to say that that the lady will finally give birth. What I wanted Bujingo to say was, for any supportive husband, for a husband who will always be there, whether you're giving birth or whether you've given him children or you haven't, and he will be there to show that he will be there in whether he doesn't mind whether you have children or you don't have.
But
would say, my wife, who said, I wanted him to say, even if you don't have kids, I wanted you as a person.
But
he said, the kids, God will bring the kids. Kids will come. That means, my dear, anytime if you're not bringing the kids, if you're not giving birth, what if, God forbid, you never give Bujingo
maybe
kids?
You misconcepted Bujingo, because I feel like this marriage is for Bujingo. Remember, they both have kids. Bujingo has children already. Makula also has a child. Yeah. So I feel like there is no pressure. They are just enjoying themselves. You understand? It's the marriage centers on Bujingo. So it's Bujingo and Susan Makula.
One of the symbols of a marriage. You have to show us. You have to show us where are your fruits, the fruits of your marriage.
These are leaders, are pastors. So, in Christianity, there is
Bujingo is down there and he knows nayocha.
But again, this drives me back to a point, you ladies, when someone marries you and then they put you in their home, try to be updated, try to keep yourself, try to put some effort into looking good. Because remember, Bujigo was like, the lady could not, do some serious, looking good. You understand? So sometimes it becomes boring. You understand? So you need to be looking good so that whenever your man looks on you, they feel, attracted, they feel entitled, they feel enticed. Understand?
You may be right when you say that. But in all people, as born agains, born agains believe that they are the people who should believe that these looks, we should not be bought by these looks, because looks will fade anytime soon.
I agree.
I mean, and even if you try to, cover it up with the old nice clothes, these looks.
I agree.
Fade.
100%.
These looks are nothing by.
But again,
so you shouldn't tell me that one of the things that made Pastor separate with his wife are looks. Really, looks? Can they make a pastor divorce his wife? And we all know that when it comes to religion, be it Catholic, be it born agains, divorce is not negotiable.
Divorce
in terms of religion.
Yeah, divorce is not acceptable. But again, it is what it is. So on our next film.
Yeah, we have the new releases. We bring you the new releases, hit songs.
Yeah, the latest tracks in town. So here, Spicy Diana comes up with a new banger
called Nzigulawo.
And who is Spicy Diana?
Spicy Diana is a well-celebrated artist in Uganda. She has a good fan base, the Spice Gadgets.
Yeah.
And I won't say she's been struggling, but lately she's been releasing good music. By the way, she's been releasing music, but not those hit songs. They haven't been
I tend
hits.
to disagree because she kicked off this year with a concert in January, the 10 years of Spicy Diana. It was a mega sellout, and then she has been releasing music than way before. Remember, we are in the mid of the year, June. This is the time when artists are busy, cooking, releasing, so that whatever their song goes, to top list and all that. I feel like she has done a great job. She's been doing a great job because Spicy, you all know, she's a trendsetter. When she goes in the studio, she does nothing but
And with this
delivering.
particular song, I'm in love. I'm in love with her vocals. I'm in love with her video. Guys, check out that new song. It's a very nice song.
Yeah, the song is called Nzugulao. In English, it would mean unlocking.
Yeah.
Here, Spicy comes, emotionally and, getting vulnerable. She's trying, to express her emotion in that song. I like that song. Like it assures. She's trying to assure her spouse or her lover that whenever you need me, just knock. Baby, I'll open for you. And apparently, rumors have been saying that she's, expecting or she's pregnant. So I don't know. I want to ask Spicy, have you finally opened? What good day or
no, me, the rumors I hear that she's, she's someone who hasn't come out, we haven't seen any person, that this is her spouse, that this is her current boyfriend, but rumors have it that there is a Haji there. There
must be someone
so
at some point.
Let's not be surprised when we are seeing a baby bump anytime soon.
Should we think that because, the friend gave birth, and she is also planning to do the same move?
It's not that way.
But again, I love Spicy. Spicy, I love you. I'm a staunch fan of yours. So I feel like from Kagobako, it's a good banger. Then Nzugulao is a good, song. It's a testament, of, committed kind of love. Someone assuring their lover that I'm here whenever you need me. Whenever, wherever you are, I'm always here for you. So it's a good song, to check out and, to rely on, to lean on, to listen to.
Yeah.
For those who are in relationships, those who have been, crushing on someone and you seem not to get their attention, that's a song for you.
We also have Vinka. With
Gunkwase. So who's Vinka? Vinka, she's signed under Swans Avenue label. She came into fame in the late 2017. She used to work for Irene Italia as a manager. Then later she converted into becoming a lead artist. And then the song which brought Vinka to fame was Malaika. Oli Malaika Chikachi. Osula Mugululiani.
Ketchup and Malaika. What song?
So basically Malaika, but then it also Ketchup was a bigger, a banger. So from way back, she has been, nailing it. She's an award-winning vocalist. She won the best East African female artist in 2019. She also won the best female artist of the Zina Awards in 2018. So she has been progressing. Our success comes from a number of collaborations she has made with many Ugandan artists. And then
she has been very successful.
Yeah, she has been
even
successful.
Even of recent. Ever since this year started, is it been 6 months? 3 months? She's been releasing music.
Yeah, music and good music. She's a dancer.
We have Sirubala. She has been
Nyam with Thick Maker. So she's a diva. She's a great diva.
Should we think that she's bringing a concert?
I would like to think so.
Because to me, what I've been seeing on the internet, people have been like, we need a concert from Pink.
And I love the way Swans Avenue deals with its calendar and event organizing. They create demand.
Yeah,
they create demand whereby
everyone's like, we need a concert.
We need a concert. Vinka. By the time it comes out, it's a mega sellout.
Yeah, and I'm assured that if she hosts a concert, it's going to be a success.
Hopefully the year is way still, early. Let's hope so. Yeah. Maybe next year she might, surprise us with a concert.
Yeah.
And I believe it will be a sellout because Vinka,
You're a big fan of Vinka.
you know, she's a combination of talent,
Yeah.
creative. You know, she's good. She's just
All right. Hope you had fun today with us. And this has been the spiel. Join us yet for another episode. Next time, just subscribe to our channel, keep commenting, liking, and we'll get you covered on everything you need in the entertainment industries. You know, the celebrity updates, social life, anything. Bye bye.
salut.